What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today I want to talk about the EIDL program because in the last few days, the SBA has released guidance on the EIDL program, specifically the EIDL cash advance, being that $10,000 of free money that so many of you have been waiting for. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what some of this guidance is. I'm going to be explaining what it means for you, and I'm going to be telling you of any important factors and any important dates that you need to keep in mind in order to ensure that you're able to receive your EIDL funds if you're eligible for it. So let's get started. But before we dig into the EIDL guidance, I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Fixed. Now, Valentine's Day is quickly approaching. It is less than 1 week away. And if you're anything like me, then you may be wondering, what the heck do I get my significant other for Valentine's Day? I'm not a big flower fan because flowers die and I am really bad at keeping flowers alive. I don't like expensive things because I think that they're a waste of money. But what I do like is things that are affordable and useful. And that's where Fixed can be the perfect Valentine's Day gift for your significant other. What Fixed is an OBD 2-port sensor that plugs into your car, and it lets you see what is wrong with your car in real time. Fixed is a super affordable tool at just $20, and if we're talking about value compared to price, you can't really get a better ROI than Fixed because the value add it provides is far greater than $20. I use Fixed sensors on my Turo fleet, my fiance uses it on his car, and my parents as well as my siblings use it on their cars to ensure that they're not screwed by any repair shop if an issue arises. So it is a win-win situation regardless of what type of car person you have in your family or you have in your relationship. If you're interested in checking out Fixed, I do have a link down in the description below as well as in the pinned comment section if you're interested in checking it out. So thank you, Fixed, for sponsoring this video. So with that, let's dig into the EIDL guidance. So a few days ago, the SBA released EIDL guidance in the form of a frequently asked question PDF. And in this FAQ, they had a few golden nuggets that were actually really useful and really helpful in providing some insight on where the EIDL program is headed moving forward. I'm not going to go through the entire FAQ because of the fact that I will link this down in the description below. And if you're interested in reading the entire thing, you can do so on your own. What I really want to talk about is the things that I haven't talked about in past videos and things that we haven't had answers to in the past either. So I really want to talk about new information rather than being redundant with old information that we've already discussed time and time again. So the first question that the SBA addresses is the issue of applying for the EIDL grant, and can you apply for the EIDL grant sitting today in February of 2021? And the answer is no. So you can apply for the EIDL loan with the newest stimulus package that was passed over the holidays, the $600 billion stimulus package. The EIDL program was extended through the end of this year. So you can apply for an EIDL loan really anytime this year, given funds are available. But the EIDL grant portion of the program, being that cash advance free portion of the program that it's oftentimes called, is one that is currently not open. And the only way you can apply for this targeted cash advance is if you receive an email from the SBA. Now, whenever we're discussing this targeted cash advance, there are two priority groups that will or should be contacted by the SBA. The first priority group is the first group of people that will be contacted in order to potentially get this targeted cash advance. So the first priority group is people that received an EIDL cash advance in the first round of EIDL funding, but did not receive that full $10,000. So as you guys may remember with the CARES Act, the EIDL program was laid out to where any eligible business could receive a free $10,000. This was very quickly changed to $1,000 per employee up to $10,000. And since then, they've kind of gone by that criteria. But with this newest bill that was passed over the holidays, this changed with the targeted cash advance. And if you were eligible for the targeted cash advance, you could get the remainder of that money. So the first priority group and the people who will be contacted first by the SBA will be those people who received funds through the EIDL grant program but did not receive the full $10,000 cash advance. Now keep in mind that just because you received a cash advance over the summer does not mean that you are automatically eligible for this targeted cash advance. There is an entirely new set of criteria that you do have to meet. So if you meet that criteria, and you received a cash advance over the summer, then you could be a part of this first priority group. The second priority group is people who applied but never received a cash advance. So it could be somebody who applied in the fall or over the summer and they received an EIDL loan or they were approved for an EIDL loan, but they never received that EIDL grant. They are second priority, and once everybody in that first priority group is addressed, the SBA will then begin contacting and distributing funds to that second priority group. The second topic that the SBA addressed is when when can we start expecting people to receive emails from the SBA? And they said as of February 1st. So this video is going live on February 8th. So as we sit here today, people should have already started hearing back from the SBA. Now, I have not heard anything from anybody in my circle about hearing from the SBA yet. So if you're somebody who has a business and you received an EIDL cash advance over the summer and you have heard from the SBA about this targeted cash advance, leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram. I would really be interested in hearing about this experience. And if you're somebody who's going through that, I would love to kind of hear your thoughts. You can find me on Instagram at aubrey.janik. Now, keep in mind, this is for that first priority group, and the SBA has said that for that second priority group, they do not know when those emails will be sent out, and will all be dependent on when the first priority group can be addressed and depending on how many funds and how much funds are available for that second priority group. The SBA also addressed the topic of opening up the EIDL grant program and the EIDL cash advance program to new applicants. And they did say at this time, there is no plans to open up the program to any more people. Now, this is something that I predicted actually quite a while ago, and I'm not surprised at all that this is what the SBA has said, because of the fact that the SBA and just the EIDL program as a whole was hammered with applications. And there are so many people out there who applied for the EIDL program and never received any funds. And now it's time for them to receive those funds. So it's incredibly doubtful that there will be any money left over after everybody has received their funds, even if this program gets more funding through an additional stimulus package. I just don't see them bringing this program back to the general public. That's my opinion. We'll see if that ends up happening, but it looks as though the SBA feels the same way. The SBA also encourages you, if you're somebody who could be expecting to receive the targeted second round of EIDL cash advances, that you should file your 2019 taxes. I would also encourage you to file your 2020 taxes if able to. The fact is that having your finances and having the documentation for those finances kind of completed and your ducks in a row, that will absolutely help expedite this process. And the more you have prepared, the better it will be for you and your chances of receiving funding. It also noted that agricultural businesses are not eligible for the targeted cash advance. And so that is something that's important to note. Now, you guys may remember that last year, the SBA actually blocked off accessibility to the EIDL program and made it exclusive to agricultural-based businesses. So it is interesting that the SBA has decided that agricultural-based businesses will not be eligible for the targeted cash advance. I'm not sure if that's because they've already received a significant amount of funds whenever the program was exclusively offered to them. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, but agricultural businesses are not going to be eligible for the cash advance. For the most part, this is about all of the new information that we received through this FAQ. The FAQ does go through a handful of other pieces of information, including the eligibility requirements, including how to determine gross revenue, including things like tax returns, the requirements surrounding a tax return. But all of these topics I have discussed in previous videos, or I can address in future videos as well. So if you're interested in checking those out, I will leave a handful of links down in the description below addressing some of these topics that I've already made videos about. With that being said, if you guys are not sure whether or not you qualify for this targeted cash advance and whether or not you should be expecting a call from the SBA, HelloSkip has a really great tool on how you can determine this. Basically, you log on to HelloSkip, you go into their EIDL tracker, you input your information, and then they tell you whether or not you're eligible based on a number of factors, including when your business was established, how much money your business made, including where you're located as well. So that tool is super helpful and should give you peace of mind on whether or not you will be eligible for the targeted cash advance. Also, if you guys are interested in learning more about gross revenue and being able to determine what that figure is, if you're somebody who is expecting to receive the targeted cash advance, I can do a video on that as well in the future. So if you're interested in seeing that, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you're interested in me doing another HelloSkip walkthrough, let me know in the comments down below and I can also address that in a future video as well. But like always, you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.